though, Randy, is sometimes it could be part of it. Okay. And this is
Mhm.
why this is what I tell people is, especially when you're going through and like was mentioned earlier by Andrea and Katie, like we're trying to get this path that we're showing you all from a week to week standpoint is to get you from point A to point B and reducing inflammation as quickly as we possibly can, knowing that those foods can trigger certain foods can trigger inflammation in many people. Okay. So that's why we're pulling that out. But what we don't know, because each individual human in terms of how they're responding, what we don't know is if you had not done what you did with your food, would the vitamin D be making as big of an impact as you're noticing right now?
Yeah.
So that's where I say, going back to like magic pill, and I'm not saying that you're thinking that way, but I want everybody sitting here today to say, like, again, going back to those compounding little deposits in terms of the decisions that you're making over time, you know, this is at the point where that vitamin D, the extra amount, that's a foundation that's going to help anybody that's in the 30s, okay, on their labs for sure, bumping up their vitamin D. But because you did what you did with your food, you likely noticed it far faster because your
Mm.
body isn't in a more anti-inflammatory state, so then you can actually feel the positive impact of the decisions that you're making, right? So it's not all for naught, right? I don't want you to walk away today and be like, it wasn't the food. Well, the food played a role in why you're now experiencing some, noticing some light at the end of the tunnel, if you will. When you start to add certain things back in and all those sorts of things, it's a far easier to target, if you do have specific triggers and those sorts of things. So that's where the customization comes into play. That's why, yes, it's a templated version, but each individual is going to respond to their individual needs. And that's why you have your great health coaches and practitioners as you see here today.